Hi, I'm Scott Hunter, Risk Manager at AlaCOMP. We'd like to welcome you to another installment of our video series. Today, we're going to be discussing OSHA and staffing company relationships. OSHA recommends that temporary staffing agencies and the host employer set out terms for regulatory compliance in their contracts. So what this does is it lets every party involved know what their responsibilities are as far as OSHA compliance and protecting those temporary employees. Part of the reason this has come up is OSHA has concerns that temporary employees may be used as a way to circumvent OSHA compliance regulations and other worker protection laws. They also have some concerns that these temporary employees are put in an assortment of different roles, sometimes possibly placed in more hazardous roles than those of employees who are in traditional employment relationships with the host company. And they feel that this makes temporary workers more vulnerable to workplace hazards as well as retaliation in the event that an injury or some OSHA-related incident occurs. Couple things to keep in mind: OSHA can cite both the temporary staffing company and the host company for violative conditions such as a lack of adequate training regarding workplace hazards. And being that temporary staffing agencies and the host company both share control over the worker, it's important that both assume the responsibility of protecting those temporary workers. A key concept that comes from OSHA's Protecting Temporary Workers handout states that both the temporary staffing company and the host employer should consider themselves in a position to prevent and correct hazards and be in a position to make sure that all OSHA standards are complied with. And this is where communication is key. Communication between the agency and the host to make sure that the necessary protections are in place. Staffing companies, you have some responsibilities as well. You have a duty to inquire about the conditions in which these workers are being assigned, and they must ensure that they're sending their workers, they being the staffing company, make sure that they're sending their workers into a safe environment. One thing to note: ignorance of the hazards is not going to be a defense should worst case scenario happen. In staffing agencies, you don't have to be experts on the specific workplace hazards, but you should be able to determine what hazards exist at the host clients and how to best protect those temporary employees. The staffing agency also has a duty to inquire and verify that the host has fulfilled its responsibilities to provide a safe workplace. Host employers, you have to treat those temporary workers just like you would any other employee in terms of training and safety and health protection. For more information on OSHA and temporary staffing agency relationship best practices, click on the link that's provided below, and we appreciate you watching this installment of the AlaCOMP Safety Video Series.